Yeah. You know it? Free birds! Yeah. Going all the way, all the way. Watch how these pieces get moving like Hasbro. You know ain't no con in these raps, so I'm trying to be calm when it comes to the cash flow. You know talking till I die from the city we ride, no matter the outcome. You know when you out, watch your mouth in the jungle, a lot of them never escape from. Agent J when I bait some, 28 in my bag like I'm Freddie T. Agent K when I'm holding the city down, blocking all of the haters like Tony B. It's our year every year, if you quoting me, we gon' see on the field. They know the county, I scream it wherever I go. When I bleed, I just see black and teal. Feel like Brunel when the place is in action. Every line that I flow always solid, that mean I ain't worried about pockets collapsing. He may go all the way, running the X's and O's, gotta love how it happens. You ain't part of the gang, I ain't gotta explain why we ain't got no room on the wagon. MIT is the Army, the Navy, the greatest is Jimmy and Keenan, the ultimate package. Ooh, never can care how you feel. You are now in the mix with the men and Teal. Nothing but facts inside these conversations. Keep it 100, the law of the nation. With all the smoke, we can meet at the bank. You know the location. Executing the play when the ball cross the plane, that's the game. Hit my little celebration. Then all I can hear is them saying, yeah. Then all I can hear is them saying, yeah. All I can hear is them saying, ooh. You
welcome to the Minute Teal podcast. I am your host, Agent J, and as always, rocking with my main man, J to the I to the M-B-O.
Oh, and
You are now in the mix with the Minute Teal.
yes, sir, yes, sir. Jay, we made it.
Hey, we made it.
We made it, man. Shout out everybody for joining us. I know we're late. That's on me. I had some family business I had to take care of. So as you see, I'm not in my normal setting. But hey, man, we ain't never gonna miss a chance to chop it up Jaguars with y'all, man. So appreciate everybody tuning in with us. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Everybody on Twitter, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitch, man. Just on all the socials, man. For y'all coming to hang with us, because y'all already know we keep it real, we keep it teal. Go into the chat real quick, bro. We got, as always, we got Robert in the chat. Fire it up. Yes, sir. Daryl, as always, salute to you, sir. Devin in the chat. MIT family, what's good? Feeling better about the Bills of Texas eliminated. Yeah. You know, not to be rude, but fuck them. Fuck them. Jay, how you doing? How you been, brother?
Can't complain. Hey, I watched a lot of football this weekend and watched teams that I know my team could whoop 9 times out of 10. And
that was that hurt. I think that was the biggest hurt of watching these games. Like what Devin said, obviously I felt better. Not really because the Bills got eliminated, because honestly, if the Bills would at least made it to the Super Bowl, then I'd be like, well, bro, we got beat by the team that went to the Super Bowl. You know, that was a Super Bowl team.
Yeah.
But I can't say that now. So it's like, but at least it got the Bills fans to shut up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because now they're crying about what they think is a catch, clearly an interception.
Clearly.
But you know, whatever. It's not my team. But I will tell you this: if that happened to the Jacksonville Jaguars, I 100% still believe that's an interception.
Yeah, that's it.
Gotta maintain possession, bro.
Yeah, you have
survive
to
the ground. Survive the ground. He didn't survive the ground. It's as simple as that.
Yeah,
he caught it in the air, and for the people that are trying to compare it to the Devontae Adams one, Devontae caught it, took at least 2 steps, tucked the ball, got tackled, and then his knee hit the ground and the ball got ripped out. It's not even the same.
Yeah.
Brandon Cooks was in the air with the defender.
Yeah.
They were both up in the air. There was no steps taken. There was no football move. He went from the air to the ground. In that instance, you have to survive the ground. This is what ask Dez Bryant. That matter of fact, the catch with Dez Bryant was more of a catch than this with Brandon Cooks. And they had to make that rule about surviving the ground because of the Dez Bryant thing. So I'm just saying, bro, like you got to because let's be real, if the defender doesn't get the ball and the ball hits the ground, you would all agree that it's incomplete. So if you would agree that it would have been incomplete if it hit the ground, then by default you have to acknowledge that it's an interception. So, but hey, man. Did you just say haha?
Yeah, bro. Fuck them, bro. I don't give a fuck those, bro. Bro, them bitches, bro. That coach got fired. He was gonna get fired regardless, bro. Like he should have got fired.
That's crazy. No, I still think that's crazy that he got fired.
Yeah, because they're not gonna blame. They're not gonna blame. They're not gonna blame Superman.
Yeah.
Why would they blame Superman even though he turned the ball over all the goddamn time?
Yeah, 5 turnovers.
And he loses.
Well, I guess he only had 4 because I think James Cook put the ball on the ground.
James Cook put the ball on the ground too, yeah. But think about it. You lose almost in the same fashion every year when you go to the playoffs.
Right.
because you go out there and turn the ball over a whole bunch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that.
Yeah.
I don't know how that feels.
To turn the ball over a whole bunch in the playoffs and then still win your game.
Well,
I don't think any other team knows how that feels.
I don't know how it feels to turn the ball over 4 times and lose the game. Like,
that's what I just said. Yeah.
Well, you said and win, but only But that's what I'm saying. I don't know how that feels. Like,
right.
I only know how it feels to turn the ball over 4 times and win the game. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then go on and push Pat Mahomes to the end. And shit, if Christian Kirk catch that goddamn ball.
Yeah, he caught that if Jamal Agnew, shout out to Jagnew, does a fumble.
Yeah.
Because we're driving. Like we're in the we're in there. But anyway, that really doesn't matter. I think my biggest takeaway from it is Trevor Lawrence threw 4 interceptions and won his game, and they flamed him for it. They flamed, like, even in the win, they're like, oh yeah, he won, but you know, that's like saying he put a fire out that he started. He set the building on fire. And then he's a hero now because he put it out. That was the literal conversation.
According to Shady, Josh Allen, hey man, just keep fighting, man. You know why? Because he didn't stop fighting. He kept shooting. He just kept shooting. He didn't just go down and just be like, oh yeah. I'm like, well, damn, bro, sound like you describing Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. But Trevor never get that, man. You and me had a conversation off air. I had to ask you, bro, is Trevor Lawrence black?
Yeah, shit. It's the way they be talking about him like he's Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, bro. Like
that's not even talking about. That's how they treat him.
Yeah. I mean, he is Steezy.
Yeah.
Steezy Trev. So I guess. But
hold on, let me. It's funny because I saw this earlier.
What's that? Devin says Bills wasn't a Super Bowl team, just bad coaching by the Jags. No, I agree with you, but I'm just saying I would have felt better.
Let me make a confession.
Oh yeah, this was fire.
People that I trust. We like confession. Trevor Lawrence, I've been hard on Trevor Lawrence, and it's because of what I saw in college.
Yeah.
And it's because of what I thought he was going to immediately be. Trevor Lawrence gave a deal in Jacksonville when he first got there, bro.
For sure.
Like, it was awful. And I acknowledged at the time that Urban Meyer was probably the worst thing that ever happened to the Jacksonville Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence for sure. But you look at this kid now and the way that he's playing. Daryl. And the football is the football. Every throw that Trevor Lawrence has made this year, every play that he's made this year, I've seen him do it before.
Yeah.
I ain't ever seen his attitude like this.
Oh.
And that's what a great coach does.
Yes.
Right? So with all of the X's and O's that Liam Cohen brought, he changed the mental makeup of the quarterback.
Amen.
And I think that's the difference. Baker may feel the same way in Tampa.
Yep.
Right? Because, look, bro, these dudes, sometimes we hard on quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Y'all know we are. But sometimes, bro, these dudes are in such a bad situation from a support standpoint. And Troy said something, Aikman.
They're not number one overall picks
more
for
franchises
no reason.
fail quarterbacks than quarterbacks fail the franchise. And when you look at it that way, you realize, like, ain't Trevor Lawrence, this is Trevor Lawrence. This actually is who he is.
Bro.
Let me make a confession.
I know he watches Men and Teal, bro, because I've been saying that shit forever. Franchise quarterbacks don't fail franchises, bro. Franchises fail quarterbacks. Unless you're Jamarcus Russell. I always got to put that in there. Because Jamarcus just came in the NFL. It was like, bro, I'm Gucci. I don't need to study this playbook. I'm Jamarcus Russell. Hey, that was crazy. Oh my God. What we got? Big Marcus in the building. He says, sorry guys, I'm late.
You're not late, bro. We started late.
Yeah, we started late, brother.
Yeah, you ain't late.
I'm out of town.
Perfect timing, brother.
Yes, bro. Robert says, if I didn't see Jay picking food
You
I
always
swear you got some good. Yeah. Oh. He thought you were tweaking over there.
Huh?
He thought you were tweaking. That's crazy.
Oh, I don't understand.
He said if he didn't see you picking food, he swear you got some good yayo.
What's picking food?
Whatever you were doing with your mouth earlier.
When?
Earlier, a few minutes ago. I don't know, bro. You're gonna have to watch it on the playback. Daryl says, with that said, Trev better win comeback player of the year. Bro, okay. So we're actually gonna talk about that, but I do have to ask this one. Did Christian McCaffrey, was he a finalist for that comeback player of the year? I didn't see an announcement for it, but it wouldn't surprise me.
But Trevor being on both of those, I think should give credence to Liam Cohen winning Coach of the Year.
Oh, 100%. 100%, bro. I'm looking up the McCaffrey thing real quick.
But hey, bro, like we sat there and watched that boy come out, and like I said, confidence, yes, different. Just like swag, just like Marcus Spears said. I've seen Trevor make these throws. Trevor's made these throws in his NFL career.
Yeah.
It's just shit play calling. You don't even get to see him fucking do it.
Yeah, I mean, but I think, that's why we say, like, you have to watch the game, because we do see him do it in the game, but a lot of times something negates it, whether it be a drop or a penalty, or a guy, I guess you can call it a drop if it goes off their hands and it becomes an interception. Like I said earlier, when people were praising the rollout, it's like, bro, he's been doing that. Y'all used to roast him for doing it. Why is he doing that stupid rollout? Why is he doing that?
He's doing the spin, trying to because I need to I need to get my hips around. I need to be able to see a little bit. And I'm gonna have to make this throw on the run, bro. This line is shit.
Yeah. Marcus says, I just finally got my Fred Taylor throwback Prowler white jersey. I was so happy. Oh, that's dope. I'm looking at it right now, and all I see is him up for offensive. Wait, is that what you said? Okay. Yeah. MVP and offensive player of the year, Daryl. Yeah, that's what it says. So, yeah, I mean, I think Trevor has to get comeback player of the year, because if Christian McCaffrey isn't up for it, you got to give it to Trevor. You got to. And I'm not again, like, I'm not even being a homer. This is, who else you going to give it to?
Well, Christian McCaffrey played last year. Like, I mean, I don't.
No, but he was hurt. He was in and out all year long last year.
Yeah.
Like, this was, I want to say this was his first year of being back, like, healthy all year.
Yeah, and it's a shit. Like 2-3 years.
Yeah. Robert says, once Trevor learned the why for Cohen's system, it unlocked Trevor. Yeah. Trevor established consistency this year. So, hey, you guys know I love doing crossovers. And I was fortunate enough to go on the Bearded Browns podcast. It's a Browns podcast. So shout out to Mike, Angel, and Chad. I appreciate you guys having me on there. And basically, they wanted to talk about Grant Udinski. As we all know, Grant Udinski had been interviewed for Cleveland's head coaching job, and then he got the second interview. So, they wanted to kind of like, hey, what's up with this guy? Is he as good as people are saying that he is? And I think when they talked about the toolbox that Grant Udinski helped Trevor build, which is basically, if you guys remember, we had a podcast where we asked the question, you know, Trevor says that he I won't say idolized, but, you know, Peyton Manning was his favorite quarterback growing up. He wanted to be like Peyton Manning. And we asked the question, is he more Eli than Peyton? And at the time, we kind of was like, I mean, yeah, especially like if you think about when he had his most success was coming back in 2022, right? All those games, bro, all those games that we were just a comeback kid. What was Eli known for? Being a comeback kid. I think Eli has one of the best fourth quarter game-winning drive records there is. At one point, I remember he had the most in the NFL. But when we saw Trevor and this offense finally start clicking, when we're not stalling out on drives because of something very unfortunate happening, I think you started to see that Peyton Manning. I think you started to see with that toolbox with him, he already has the play with a can in it. So he does the play. If he wants to run the other play, he cans it, and then they go into the play that's already in there. Or he can just audible completely out of it. And we've seen him, 5 seconds left on play clock, 3 seconds left on play clock, going up to the line, changing the play, and turning it into something that wasn't even part of the original play call. Very Peyton Manning-ish. Like, that's something that Peyton Manning was so good at. Remember, sometimes his coaches would call stuff in, and Peyton would be like, shh, and go to the line, do what he does, and then do his Omaha checks and change the play at the last second. If the defense is going to show you what they're doing, and if you have the means to take advantage of it, why wouldn't you? And I think that's the Trevor Lawrence that we got to see this year, right? So I had a blast talking to those guys, man. We actually went all the way back to the draft and Liam Cohen becoming a head coach. We talked about how the Browns and the Jags are so similar, and they're really interconnected going all the way back to the AFC Central, back when we only had 3 divisions. Bottlegate. Remember, the Browns and the Jags game is the reason why NFL stadiums can't have glass bottles, because the Browns fans were throwing bottles on the fields at the refs and the players.
Yeah,
because they
breaking teams, man.
But bro, he told me some interesting things, bro. So he was like, I looked up the stat. Trevor Lawrence threw. This is just the touchdowns he threw for. He threw for 29 touchdowns. He says, man, do you know how many touchdowns the Browns offense had this year? I was like, 28, bro, 26. The entirety of the offense had 26 touchdowns.
Trevor Lawrence.
Bro, that's crazy. But no, that's bad, bro.
It is, bro.
Like 20, because you got to think, we got what, like 14? We got 14 touchdowns from ETN. Because listen, he's counting. That's their total offense. That's running back touchdowns, passing touchdowns. Any touchdown that his offense got, they only had 26. Trevor Lawrence by himself had 29 passing, not even counting the 9 rushing he had. So, obviously we were balling. We broke all types of franchise records, man. But like I said, it was a really cool talk with them guys, man. We're going to get them on the show one day, hopefully soon. We're trying to work out the logistics now. But yeah, bro, it was really cool. And like Angel, he was the one that initially invited me. It was like, hey, man, I came away studying up on y'all, kind of a Jaguars fan. So we might have converted one, y'all. We might have converted one.
MIT is the Army, the Navy, the greatest is Jimmy and Keenan, the ultimate package. Ooh.
Oh, man. What'd you say, Robert? You talking about the podcast? I saw that those boys need some help. Yeah, bro. That shit's crazy. He blew me away with that stat. Daryl says he definitely was Peyton after this year's bye week. Yes. Just his command of the offense, I think. And honestly, like, you don't see quarterbacks doing that. It really is like a real niche thing to do. You know, Aaron Rodgers really doesn't do it. Really, none of the new quarterbacks are doing it like that. Going up and changing the play, just having extra plays at their disposal that they can change it to, make sure that the communication is good, that everybody knows what they're supposed to be doing. And hey, we've even succeeded on some of those plays, and people have messed up. You know, Bashaw Tootin, one of his early touchdowns, he motioned to the wrong side of the formation, which ended up making a DN be on him. And Trevor gave him a screen pass for a touchdown. Play wasn't even supposed to do that. Wasn't even supposed to do that. But the fact that even though guys were messing up, Trevor was able to capitalize on it and do something for us this year. I just think for him to have a whole offseason and come back, obviously you got to stay healthy. Obviously, you know, the next team has to buy into what Cohen and staff were selling to him this year. You know, you have to buy in, year out. That's why I won't say that we turned it around. You know, I'm not one of those people. I don't believe that, like, oh, you have one good season, you turned it around. I was told that the Washington Commanders turned it around after Jaden Daniels' rookie season. What did they do this year? In year two, what did Jaden Daniels? You know what I'm saying? Like, he was hurt. Like, yes, there's factors, but that my point is we shouldn't be so quick to be like, hey, they turn around. Now, here's an honest thing. The Texans, since DeMeco Ryans' arrival, have turned it around. They've won double-digit games 3 years the 3 years he's been there. They've won double-digit games 3 years in a row, been to the playoffs 3 years in a row, won the division the first 2 years, and won at least one playoff game every year. I mean, I think DeMeco showed you just how important coaching is. You know, everybody, especially Shady, oh, Doug Peterson is a Super Bowl winning head coach. No. He won he's not a Super Bowl winning, he won a Super Bowl. Andy Reid is a Super Bowl winning coach. Bill Belichick is a Super Bowl winning coach because they have won multiple Super Bowls. They have been to multiple Super Bowls. Mike Tomlin is a Super Bowl. Well, no, because I think Mike only got one, right? He went twice. He only got one. So Mike Tomlin, I can't give it to him either. I guess Bill Cowher, though, because Bill Cowher went to what, 3? I don't know. I thought they had 6. He didn't get 2? Let's see. I'm looking it up.
You are now in the mix with the man and Teal.
Nope. He only got the one against the Seahawks. You're right. Lost to Dallas. Oh, he'd only been to 2. So, dang. So that means who was their coach before him?
Chuck Noll has 4.
He has 4. Yeah, Chuck Noll. Damn. So Chuck Noll is a Super Bowl winning head coach.
Yes.
Been several of them. Yeah. Got several of them. Bro, you've been to one and just ain't never gone back. to another one, bro, you're not a Super Bowl winning head coach. You won a Super Bowl.
And the closest you ever got again was with Trevor Lawrence.
Yes. Facts. Facts on facts on facts. But, you know, we were talking about accolades. So shout out to Trevor Lawrence. AP came out. He was a finalist for not only MVP, but comeback player of the year. Coach Cohen, finalist, coach of the year. And shout out Devin Lloyd, bro. Yeah. Not only did he make All-Pro, but going to his first Pro Bowl this year.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Shout out them boys. Can we clap it up?
Shout out to the guys,
man. We got K in the chat. J.I.M.B.O dropping pounds over there. Not bars. Not bars. I don't know if pounds is a good thing. Daryl says, behind Tom, who do you think is the best Jags head coach?
Jack.
I mean, I gotta say Liam right now, but Jack Del Rio would be the only other one I could possibly say. Though.
Jack Del Rio. He's number 2.
Yeah. Are you saying because of sample size? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, yeah, because I mean,
Jack never put together a season like this.
Yeah, but what does that mean?
What do you mean? What does that mean?
Because Jack brought us back, as what you were saying before. Jack had brought us back for a little bit.
We had 2 playoffs. We had 2 playoff appearances with Jack.
Yeah.
I mean, all right, Liam's got half of that. No, I feel you. I feel what you're saying.
But you were year in and year out. You're having the perennial. Like you got to do it to have the.
You're right.
You got to win the games.
You're right. He did give us some consistency of winning, but that was when we were actually like petering off as a team. Marcus says, what do we say about Mark Levy? Mark Levy and the Buffalo Bills going to the Super Bowl 4 times in a row and losing. Does that make him a Super Bowl caliber coach, even though he lost? Oh, that's a good question. Jim Kelly. Well, okay, so I'm going to say this. One of those Super Bowls he definitely wasn't supposed to go to. That was supposed to be Warren Moon and the Oilers. But I don't know, but you never won it though. Well, no, he's a Super Bowl caliber coach. I could give him that. He's a Super Bowl, but he's not a Super Bowl winning because he never won one. So yeah, he's a Super Bowl caliber. Yes, I would say that. Yeah,
that's like Mike Tomlin is a Super Bowl caliber coach.
Mike Tomlin is a Super Bowl caliber coach. Yes.
Harbaugh.
Duval T in the chat.
Harbaugh is a Super Bowl caliber coach.
He said, "Evening, fellas, Duval." Robert said, "You got rid of the booger sugar evidence, dog."
I guess, bro. I guess I'm not allowed to. You know what I'm saying? Nose running, bro. Weather's changing, bro.
So what do you think, though, man? Like, I think Liam should win Coach of the Year. I honestly don't think he is. And I don't think Trevor Lawrence with Matt. I honestly think Matt Stafford is the MVP. So I'm not even going to hold my breath to think that Trevor's going to win the MVP. But legitimately, he has to have a good shot to win comeback player of the year, right?
Yeah, definitely has a good shot. Definitely has a good shot to win. Definitely has a good shot to win comeback player of the year.
I'm looking up to see who all the finalists are.
Okay. Yeah, he deserves to get something, bro. That boy balled his ass off this year, bro. He's gonna continue to do that shit again.
Yeah, I think, and Liam was he did an interview with Peter Schrager.
Yeah, I watched to it today. I looked about 25 minutes. Because that was gonna be the name of the episode was gonna be Warriors or Heroes.
The hero, the warrior. Yeah.
I don't do no powder. Hey, what is it? King sell water bottles. King sell water bottles.
I don't understand. For MVP, it's not giving me the whole list of the finalists for this year. I don't know why, but I don't know, man. I personally just can't think of anybody whose story, not story, but like, they had a bad season. You and me had a conversation off air about Daniel Jones, being comeback player of the year, and my first take on it was, bro, he was just bad. What is he coming back from? Like he was just bad. And Jay looked up what you had to do to qualify for it. Mm-hmm. And it's basically just anybody who had a bad season the year before, whether it was performance or injury, and you come in the next season and you ball out. You can get it. So by that definition, I mean Daniel Jones, before he re-hurt himself, I think Daniel Jones would have been his biggest competition. But since he didn't finish the season, I don't know who else it could possibly be other than
comeback
McCaffrey.
Comeback player of the year are Stephon Diggs, Aiden Hutchinson, Trevor Lawrence, Christian McCaffrey, Dak Prescott.
We'll see. So that says Christian McCaffrey on there. Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I feel like it'd be hard. I feel like Aiden didn't really ball out this year. Let me look at Aiden number before I say this. He had 14 and a half sacks. And he had an interception. And he had a forced fumble. No, he had 1, 2, 3, 4. He had 4 forced fumbles. Yeah. I'm thinking it's going to be hard for Trevor to win comeback player of the year.
He's
Christian McCaffrey.
He's a quarterback, though.
He is, but
he's a quarterback, though.
But he's also.
Yeah, we were having a conversations about Daniel Jones at the halfway point, just like you said. Because he's a quarterback, bro.
Yeah, but so my only.
And he's the only quarterback. He's the only quarterback on the list.
Yeah, but he only got to showcase it after the bye week, because of all the other issues we had in the beginning of the year. Like he only really got to showcase it.
Think about it,
halfway through.
Think about it. He's a quarterback, and he's also in the top 5 for MVP. How much more comeback can you be? Because the only other person in the comeback category that's in the MVP category is Christian McCaffrey. And I'm a quarterback. I have way more to do. My job is harder. I think he gets it.
I hope he does, but I'm thinking either Aiden Hutchinson, because I already knew when we started the year, one of the things we were saying was Trevor Lawrence, comeback player of the year. And we said it was going to be hard for him to get it if Aiden Hutchinson came back and he balled. And he did. I just read his stats. Aiden ball, now Detroit didn't get the recognition this year because, they missed the playoffs. They had some letdowns towards the end of the year. So maybe that buried.
Man, quarterbacks, bro. Quarterback winning is a quarterback stat. It should be, especially when your quarterback's playing well.
Yeah, but no, if you say win is a quarterback stat, then CJ's one of the best quarterbacks in the league when it comes to playoffs.
That's not what that says. It says that it means that you didn't lose the game for him. You lose the game for him when you lose the game. Because you're a quarterback. You're the quarterback. You have to do more. Like, it is what it is, bro. Because that's how they treat my quarterback. That's the same lens I'm gonna have to look. I look through that shit for. Y'all blame everything on them, then I'm gonna give them all the fucking glory. Fuck them. I don't give a fuck about nobody else quarterback. Honestly,
nah, bro, you can't change because you were never one to do that. Like, matter of fact, on this very podcast, you're the first one to say, man, kids gloves have been off since Trevor's second year.
Yeah, fucking right.
So you're not a wins or a QB stat. You're not. I'm not going for that. I'm not going for that right
now. I mean, I believe Trevor Lawrence is the majority reason for all the wins we've had over the last 5 years. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like you can say that it is or it isn't, but if you go back and look at the games we win, however many games we won, we talked about the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I would say 90% of that is because Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I can give you that. I think what makes it hard is the games that he didn't win for us stand out.
Yeah, and guess what? And those losses are on him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but see, I don't go for that either. Because
it is what it is, bro. It's objectively speaking, that's your job, bro. You get paid a shit ton of money to do it. Like, regardless of
but hold on, but so the defenses to stop.
Yes,
and
you got to figure it out, and because, like you said, objectively, and kid gloves off. Why didn't you know, or how come you didn't ask? Like, even with something as simple as the foot stance, having the right foot up. Like, god damn, it took you 5 years, bro. Like, that just and that could be nitpicky, but it made you be way more on time with your throws this year. So it was like, I understand there was ineptitude around you, but God, you're telling me something that simple.
I don't think that was simple.
I mean, something.
I think you're oversimplifying it by calling it something that simple.
Well, no, because it is simple. It's not like he's doing anything. He's just lining up before he catches a snap instead of doing what he always done. Which, like I said, it's a conscious thing. It's unconscious because it's what you've always done. But it's something as simple as not putting my left foot up there first. It's switching the stand, having my right foot first, and then everything else is still the fucking same.
Right.
So it's not.
No, because my pushback to that is that no, because he couldn't throw with anticipation before. Like we saw him on this back half being able to throw with anticipation, throwing the ball before guys even turned around.
Yeah.
I
thought he was throwing with anticipation all year. Like, I think people were running. People run around routes. He has bad throws. There's a lot of things, but I don't know. I feel like since game one, just watching him and not even practice, like, but a little bit of but I'll say game one. I'm like, okay, he's fine. Like this whole season, and you know how I keep it real about Trevor. There was really, even through turnover, there was not at one point, there was not a time where I was like, okay, Trevor's about to go down there and go score. And majority of the time, he was putting us in position to score and to go win football games. And the pieces around him, a lot of the pieces around him let him down this year.
Yeah.
Which to me is holding him back from being the MVP and being maybe a 15-2 ball club and getting that first. Like, it's just a lot of things that I feel like were holding him back. Whereas before, and it's kind of always been the case here.
That way, yeah.
But I don't know. I think that's why you should get, like you said, because of the season he had last year. He got hurt.
Yeah.
Didn't finish the season. Your ball club is 4-13. You come in, you play every game. You leave in the fourth quarter in a couple of, in about 5 games this year. So
right,
you know what I'm saying? Like come back because what comes next year I think is the MVP. So like I'm not even tripping on MVP this year, but I like, to me that sums that starts writing the story. That starts writing the story.
Correct. Well, I think before you get to I think before you even get to that narrative, I think you have to go to this narrative. And you're actually the one that brought this up, bro. Who's Trevor actually played with? Like, for all the smoke and for all the expectation that people put on Trevor and saying, oh, like, Shay, they told me you were generational. Mm-hmm. They told me, like, bro, be mad at the people who told you that. Trevor, because Trevor never opened his mouth and said, yeah, I'm generational. He didn't pull CJ Stroud and during his rookie year and say, yeah, I'm top 5. He didn't do that shit. And hasn't played anything close to that since then. I think since we mentioned CJ Stroud, any other quarterback, I won't say any other quarterback in the league, but any other quarterback that was in the playoffs this year would have won a Super Bowl with your defense. You put that quarterback on the Texans offense, bad offensive line and all, mediocre running game and all, with that defense, any other quarterback that was in the playoffs would have went straight to the Super Bowl and probably won that motherfucker. Any of them. Because that was the type of defense where motherfuckers start getting a little asterisks by their names for Hall of Fame careers. You know, I think a lot of things get missed. We talked about Doug Peterson and his one Super Bowl. Oh, well, Doug Peterson won with Nick Foles. He won with a backup quarterback. Yeah, but what you're failing to leave out, he had 3 Hall of Famer offensive linemen. Had one of the best defenses in the league. Mm-hmm. At least one Hall of Famer on the defense. I asked you, the Duval faithful.
Look.
Who has Trevor Lawrence played with?
I just looked up an article. I just looked up to try to see if I can find something. And there was an article last year that says, "Is rookie wide receiver the best Trevor Lawrence has played with?" And it wasn't even going. It wasn't even talking about NFL. That's how bad the team. That's how bad the weapons around them is. That they're only comparing Brian Thomas Jr., T. Higgins, and Justin Ross.
Damn.
As the best, I guess, receivers he's played with. And that's like for his entire career, like college and pro.
Yeah.
And I guess you would have to say ETN, but it's like that again shows, okay, where are the Pro Bowlers, where are the All Pros, Where the
right. ETN hasn't gotten a comeback player of the year, which he should have gotten in 22 after he came back from that Liz Frank injury. He balled out, but you know what he did do that year? Also, he put the ball on the ground 5 times.
Yep.
2023 came back, had an even better season, and didn't fumble at all. But you know, you're 2 years removed from your injury now. But still, no Pro Bowl, no All-Pro, not even being a finalist or honorable mention.
Hey.
Okay, you say, let's say, okay, Josh Allen.
Yeah.
He plays with Josh Hines Allen. I'm still waiting. Is Josh a Pro Bowler this year? He was. I think he's been to the Pro Bowl twice. Last year. Was it last year? No, it had to be his 17.5 sack season.
Yeah.
So 23. So he went to the Pro Bowl in 23. Jags were 9-8, and Trevor he got hurt in that Cincinnati game.
That was a hell of an environment too, bro. That game was fire.
And maybe did he make? Was that? Now I gotta look up how many Josh Hines Allen Pro Bowls.
I think he has 2.
I feel like he had one for his rookie year.
What?
Because his rookie year is the only other time he's had double-digit sacks.
I mean, yeah, but like I said, man,
yeah, twice. His rookie year, 2019, he made the Pro Bowl.
Somebody show me Trevor Lawrence's best teammate, and then tell me the smoke is warranted.
Yeah. Daryl says two things. Davis Mills would have won that game, talking about the CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
And then he also says, I think Marvin Jones was his best receiver up until and he was. Well, his best possession receiver. Because here's the other thing that they won't give Trevor credit for. They'll say, oh, you overpaid Christian Kirk. They'll say, oh, you got Evan Ingram. He's washed. He doesn't have hands. He can't catch the ball. And then they play with Trevor Lawrence, and Trevor gives them career years. He gets them the Pro Bowls. This is another thing. He got Evan Ingram to a Pro Bowl.
Mm-hmm. After everybody,
he ain't been back since.
After everybody said he was broken.
And then you say, oh, he's got playmakers. He's got Christian Kirk. He's got Evan Ingram. The same guys that you said were washed and overpaid. You paid a wide receiver 3, wide receiver 1 money.
Look, and got them a little bit of money too after they left here.
With injuries and all. I'm just saying, bro. Like, I just think.
Look, if Gabe Davis could have caught the goddamn football, if Papa really could have caught the goddamn football, you would have turned their ass into fucking Pro Bowlers too. Niggas just got the dropsies.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. It's like, you know, bro. Friend of the show. Big Game James, bro. He has a theory, and I just disagree with it, that Trevor throws an uncatchable ball.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I could just never get on board. If it hits you in your hands and you drop it,
I think it's possible. I think it's possible that Trevor does throw. That bitch is hot coming off his hand.
It's not Byron Leftwich.
It's not. And
it's not Michael Vick throwing lasers.
Look, and this is not to me. This isn't a negative because, bro, these NFL windows are not the same as they used to be.
Right. I see where you're going with this.
That bitch gotta come out.
Yeah. No, I see where you're going.
Gotta get there. Anybody who want to tell me that you can't, you just always bullet it, bro. All the plays, all the touchdowns that we love, all the sick throws. Like, bro, did you watch the Derek Carr and David Carr?
Yes. Yeah, I watched it.
So hold on.
Bro, I think their thing could be so fire, but they're so bland.
Yeah.
Like when they're talking about it,
just gonna dump it and pick it. Look where his eyes are.
Yeah.
Trevor's looking at that guy. This dude right here. Some of them are. All it takes is one.
Just takes one.
All right. But look at the chaos. Trevor,
look at
right?
Triple team in the crosser.
Found it. Ball.
That's a great picture.
Like,
this dude right here in the playoffs is showing me over and over again that he is their guy.
Mm-hmm.
That he is more than
capable. You're breaking up. I can't hear you. What?
The smallest of margins, dog.
Yeah.
Like you have to put that bitch in there, dog. And guess what? And the other guys, they gotta catch the fucking ball.
Yeah. If he gets it to you, gotta catch it, bro.
You gotta catch it. If you gotta hand catch it, if you gotta trap it against your body, you gotta do whatever you have to do. But no, it's gonna be and know that it may not be perfect. Like that's not. People got to get that out of their mind. It might be a little high, it might be a little low, but I'm putting it in a place that I know you can catch the goddamn ball because I've thrown you the ball a whole bunch of damn times. So I know you can go and get it. Yeah. And I'm not trying to throw it up 10 feet in the air that you got, you know what I'm saying? You got to go catch an alley-oop for. But it might be a little high. You got to go get that bitch. Protect yourself. Parker Washington be protecting the hell out of it. He go and get that motherfucker, boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Travis Hunter, we see what he did in that. Hey, he about to go get that motherfucker, man.
Bro, he jumped so high, bro. That junk is crazy. That dude be jumping so high, bro.
Oh, I said, oh my god.
I mean, hey, you remember Tavon Austin's first touchdown? Jump man in the back of the end zone. He was running across the back boundary and jumped up like how Parker be doing, bro. Yeah. Jumped up to the crossbar and got that bitch.
Yeah, I don't know if I could. I don't even know if I remember that. I mean, I remember. Yeah. I mean, I think that was that was COVID.
No, that was Tavon Austin and Trevor Lawrence. That was 2021.
Oh, it was 2021.
Yeah, that was 2021. Bro, we had some like old retread names on that roster, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You had Tavon Austin. You had
on first and goal. Tavon Austin leaping grab, got the toes in for his first touchdown since 2019.
Yeah, Laquan Treadwell. we had Pharaoh. We had Pharaoh
Cooper.
Yeah, Pharaoh Cooper. Or Cooper Pharaoh. Yeah.
LaVisca Chenault.
No.
What the fuck?
Yeah, bro. Carlos Hyde was a running back.
That is ugly. People talking about, this dude's still in the league. This 4 years. Good for him. What? Oh my god.
Flareon in the chat. Flair, I see you changed your profile pic, man. It's Steezy and Trev. Good choice. Duval. Yeah, but I don't he didn't play with Moncrief. I think Moncrief played with Bortles.
No, Moncrief played in the that was COVID.
Oh, so he played with Nick Foles. Well, not Nick Foles. Minshew. Yeah. Big Marcus says, so what do you think about these BTJ trade rumors? Would you do it? If so, why? If not, why not? I mean, I would trade him, but it has to be it would have to be actually for more than he's worth.
Yeah.
For me to trade him.
Probably.
Because I think almost anybody can be traded at the right price.
like if he would have had half of the drops that he had this year, like the real drops, not what the numbers say, but like actual. If he would have had like even like half of those, you could definitely trade him for a first rounder, like ASAP.
Yeah, but I wouldn't even trade him for just one first round. Like I need to be compensated for that, because here's the reality too. Sophomore slumps are real.
Yeah.
And I said this on the
well, look, maybe I'll put it like this. Maybe if Liam is as good as we think as a coach and quarterback, all that's cool. Can you fix the fucking receiver? That's what I want to know.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like, we're gonna see.
Where I got because ain't nobody asked him that, and that's why I would never be allowed to have a press pass.
But I feel like we did see him get fixed. You know, but they also limited.
I did.
What do you mean?
He was still dropping the goddamn ball, Jimbo.
No, bro.
Yes, bro.
No.
Yes,
he was only getting he was getting 3 targets, catching the ball 3 times. Matter of fact, bro. Matter of fact, in both, not the Bills game, but the Bills game, he did when he caught that touchdown. That was straight hands, like he caught that bitch.
That was a great catch.
But as of late, even though, because you said he's worked his way out of the progressions.
Yeah, nigga waited his way into the playoffs to catch a ball with his hands, like no bobble, no nothing. That's insane.
Well, he did it the week before too, because we were praising him for like no double catches. But on the Bearded Browns podcast, I also said, look, this is another reality,
bro. That was his only. That was his only game with no incompletions, no drops, no nothing. The 2 for 2.
You sure? Because I could have sworn he had a couple of 3 for 3s.
5 of 3, 7 of 4, or 3 of 5, 4 of 7, 2 of 3, 4 of 7, 3 of 6, 3 of 2, 5 of 3, 3 of 7, 8 of 10, 6 of 4, 5 of 7, 2 of 6.
How can he have 3 of 2?
3 of 6, 2 of 3, 3 of 5, 3 of 7, 8 of 10, 4 of 6, 5 of 7, 6 of 2, 4 of 12, 1 of 7. That's
but some of those incompletions could have just been missed. Like that doesn't mean he dropped them.
I'm not saying that those were all drops. I'm just saying that's the only game where his targets and receptions were
the same. I got you.
The same. And if I had to bet, he had a drop. He should have had a drop per game, but they're not going to do it that way, because I can't look at a number, because I know that they're counting certain things that aren't. They're counting things that are drops, but they're not counting them as drops. So
correct.
I can't go by the numbers.
No, I got you. But my point is that another reality is that he found out that he lost his homeboy for no reason.
Yeah,
Right when the season started. Like, let's not act like that didn't happen. Let's not act like, the Kyron Lacey news of he didn't.
Yes.
He didn't.
Trust me, I was the one that brought it up. I understand. That's the.
So that's my point. So let's not act like that didn't happen.
And you were hurting
with how mental.
Yes, mental. Yes, you know what you get when you're dealing with mental health. Sometimes you can take some time to fuck off because you weren't helping anybody. You weren't helping yourself.
No, I agree with you. I agree.
And guess what? And that's not saying isolate yourself and not be around the team, but you're not gonna play, bro. Like because you're hurting the team. And if you are going through something and you're hurting the team, you ain't tell nobody. And I understand you're a young man. This is stuff that's going on, but at the same time, you were putting your team at a major disadvantage to start the season. and you fucked your quarterback. You fucked your quarterback in the process. If that's what we can blame, if that's what I can put on the fact that you weren't catching the ball,
but
you had issues with things. You had issues. You had a little bit of issues dropping the ball last year, but you just weren't getting the targets. And we got what we asked for. We asked for the targets. If you target him, they started targeting him like he was Jamar. Hell no. So,
yeah, but let's not act like he was. Yes, he was the main one dropping the ball, but what happened to Diami? Diami was dropping the ball.
Yeah, but
even Parker Washington, like.
But they're talking about Brian Thomas Jr. in the track.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah, that shit's contagious. And you was dropping the ball all camp. Like, I'm just saying, like, the shit.
That is true. That's true. But anyway, to go to his question though, like, no, I wouldn't trade him. I wouldn't just say, yeah, let's trade him. But if you gave me more than what he's actually worth, then yeah, I mean, I think he is on the table to be traded at that point. But
Jimbo said 2 first rounders. Come get him.
A first and a second. A first and a second. This year's second, next year's first.
Shit,
you know what I'm saying? I know, because we don't have a first this year. But I'm just saying, if something was offered like that, I would highly consider it. Because then I could use that second to try to move up and move back into the first round.
Yeah.
So,
sorry to you, boy. It got to be.
So, well, like the Browns.
Yeah.
Because the Browns need receiver help. I'd trade them to the Browns for something like that. You don't even have to give us our first back. Just give us your first the following year, and give us your second this year. Yeah, bro, even swap no swindle. But yeah, I do think that he had some mental demons he had to overcome, and I think sophomore slump is a real thing. So, no, I'm just not outright trading him. But, if the right offer came along, I probably would. And who was it? Robert that asked, would I do it for Max Crosby? I've been talking to people on the socials about this for a minute, right? The Max Crosby thing is kind of dumb. Like, to say, unless you're talking about Max Crosby for Josh Hines-Allen, it's not it. Max Crosby just got a contract.
I mean,
before the season,
if you get rid of Eric Armstead, Trayvon Walker kicks inside. Max.
Well, no, because the original thing was though is Trayvon. Here's the problem: you owe Trayvon $14 million because you picked up his 5th-year option.
Yeah. So
you owe him $14 million plus the contract money of Josh Hines-Allen, and then you're talking about bringing Max Crosby over unless you can convince the Raiders to eat his contract, like or pay for him, and we only have to give him the league minimum. To me, it's a pipe dream. Like, it sounds good, but financially, it's not something that this team can do and get better in other places.
Yeah, I mean, we got to get goddamn sacks. So I mean, I feel you, but we have to get sacks. Like, I understand how important pressures are, but I know what's more important than pressures. Actually getting the goddamn quarterback on the fucking ground. So to me, whatever gets the opposing quarterback on the ground more, I'm all for it.
I got you, but man, bro, we need help. We need help at corner. So it's either gonna be a rookie.
We may not need help at corner. We don't know because we don't get no fucking sacks. And the pressures, to me, sometimes the pressure be fucking bullshit.
Quarterback, no, bro. Listen.
I said sometimes.
Quarterbacks are. I understand that, but quarterbacks are getting the ball out fast against us, bro. Like, and the only reason you're able to, how many times have we come on this podcast and said, yo, why are we lining up 8 yards off of a receiver? We are giving quarterbacks out way too quickly.
Because that means that because they to me, it's not just because they don't think that those corners can cover. Because at the end of the day, you have to something got to give, because you're handicapping yourself. You're just handcuffing. You're handcuffing your DNs. You're handcuffing them. There's nothing they can do. There's literally nothing they can do. If in crucial situations or any given point in the game, our corners are 8 yards off the damn ball, there's literally nothing they can do. They're not going to go run the play that they came out of the huddle with. They're going to check down and be like, okay, they're going to play off. I'm going to throw it right there. And it happened all fucking year. Let teams march up and down the fucking field on us. Like I said, I guess smart, but goddamn, we left a lot of. That's what I'm saying. When we talked about Campanile, I'm like, bro, do you think he's satisfied with what the fuck he put on film last year? I don't think so, because I wasn't satisfied with what the fuck he did. And people,
there's things to be proud of. There's just obviously things to be proud of.
But overall, I wasn't. Good interceptions, but we did let Davis Mills walk us down.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck about none of
Jake Browning.
Jake Brown. We let bullshit happen to us because we couldn't adapt. We couldn't do it. Like, what the fuck was we doing?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I feel like he left way too much meat on the bone last year as a defense, and I don't think he should be happy with completely like content with what the fuck happened. That's why you need to run that shit back and get your fucking defense together, because you ain't ready yet. To me, if you was ready, our defense would have been top everything. To me, that shows you're ready.
No, I don't. No. You can't say that. You got to have the talent.
No,
we don't have the talent everywhere.
I'm saying 5-5. That's what I'm saying. You're not ready yet. Because you have,
but I don't think anybody said he's ready. But
it's about what happens it's about what happens on the grass. And
it is
on the grass, and what was on the
and
grass.
on the grass, they had the number one rushing defense. On the grass, they were second in interceptions, tied with turnovers. Taking the ball away from teams. Like this team.
And multiple times this year, they couldn't get stops when it mattered, and the fucking quarterback had to bail them out or try to bail them out.
1, 2.
A lot.
3.
A lot.
3 out of 5 losses.
What I'm saying is either the quarterback, I'm not saying that we lost those games. I'm saying either we lost those games or the quarterback came back and won us the game. So there's multiple. Like every game wasn't a blowout.
Yeah, but you can also say you can also flip that and say
they let him down.
The defense
let him down more.
Trevor got us the lead, and the defense came up with a stop to win us the game. Like, you can also say that, and there's direct games that we can point to and be like, yeah, the defense, that stop won us the game.
Yeah, because when the opposing quarterback comes or whatever, and he goes out and scores, it could be a little deflating, and teams get a little desperate, and hopefully you can capitalize you could capitalize on them rushing to try to go score, to try to go do something, and we can be opportunistic then, but like I said, when it matters, like you said, Jake Browning, Davis Mills, shit, goddamn Josh fucking Allen. Defense couldn't do that.
But we couldn't get, and again, I said this when we had Travis and them on the pod. I put it on coaching.
Yeah.
Like, you never put the pressure. You never said, hey, Josh Allen, you're down a whole touchdown. What you going to do about it? You never put Josh Allen down. So he was able to game manage.
Yeah.
The whole, like, Denver got up a touchdown, and from the point that Denver got up a touchdown, bro, he was doing Josh Allen shit.
Yeah.
And that includes the goofy, crazy shit that any other quarterback would get flamed for. So I put that on coaching, bro. I don't put that on the defense or Trevor, even though I do say, hey, defense job is to stop the opposing team's quarterback.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not putting it on the players. I'm talking about Campanile. It doesn't say
right.
He's, like I said, proud of a lot of things, a lot of good things.
Yeah.
But overall, I don't think.
I got you. Big Marcus says, I saw something about Buffalo Bills giving up their late first round pick for BTJ. Is that worth trading and moving on from BTJ? No, because that's not worth it.
No, that's not.
I'm not giving Josh Allen who I think could be a solid weapon, and just had, there was a bunch of factors, including a sophomore slump. And I want to see what BTJ looks like next year.
Yeah, I want to see him. This is his. Remember, bro, this will be his second year. His first time coming back to the same playbook.
Yeah,
in the last 3 years, he went from college to Doug Peterson to Liam Cohen.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to. I think he'll understand the playbook better. And like I said, they just got to, because the double catches was a thing last year. So we got to work on catching the goddamn ball.
Yeah, bringing the ball in.
You need to hang out.
Get your hands on it.
You need to hang out with
Jacoby
for a little bit.
100%. Daryl says Gladstone said they're going to be a draft and develop team, so I don't think Crosby will be an option. Yeah, I don't think so either. I agree with you. I think they made their debut big splash thing with Travis Hunter and the end season moves that they made. Tim Patrick and Jacoby Myers.
Did you see
Greg Newsome?
Did you see he lost his wallet?
Who?
Travis Hunter.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, bro, he lost his wallet. Somebody found it. I'm like, hey, I found your wallet. Or like a bag or something that had fell, and it had, I guess he had his wallet or something in there. I don't
know where you guys keep getting this Brown can't play press man. Buster is the most physical corner we have on the team. Like, some of the best stuff he does is when he's in man press. So I don't know where you guys get. I honestly, Robert, I think sometimes, bro, you be listening to the announcers too hard on the game and the commentators and bro, sometimes they just be saying shit. I literally, in the same game, I heard the same announcer condemn Trevor for something and then say the complete opposite when Geno Smith did it. Geno Smith did the exact same thing. It was for Trevor, Trevor's got to put the ball on him. For Geno Smith, it was the receiver's got to help him out. He's got to go out there for that ball.
What the hell?
It's narratives, man. It's narratives, but for real, bro, watch some Buster, watch some real Buster tape, bro. And when Buster is at the line pressing motherfuckers, he's damn near knocking people down. Like, he's one of the, as far as physicalness comes in, I would say he's one of the best press man corners I've seen. Especially in the Jacksonville Jaguar uniform. No, I tell you, no, because obviously Jalen was probably the best press corner we've ever had. Daryl says that the offense ran the ball on the last scoring drive and left 1 or 2 minutes on the clock. We went, again, coaching. It's just like if we threw the ball 2-1, pretty much. Trevor threw the ball 30 times. Combined, our running backs ran the ball 14 times. So essentially 2-1, bro. That number should have been, if that number was flipped, we definitely would have won the game. I think hands down, without a doubt. Robert says, LOL, the Rams didn't have first round picks for years to win a Super Bowl, and trading for stars when you're close. What was that? What was that?
Just YouTube.
Oh. Robert said he's no Stingley. No, hell no. I think Stingley. I really like Stingley at LSU too, dog. I wish he was a Jaguar, but as a Texan, I hate him. I hate his guts. But as just a player, I think Stingley's. I know what they say about Patrick Surtain II, but I really think Stingley's probably the best corner in the league. Stingley is good. That dude is good, bro. That dude is good. All right, bro. I got one more thing, man. Because I we started late. It's kind of late now. I think there's a possibility we re-sign one of our free agents, and the news will be coming out soon.
Okay, we're sticking Devin Lawrence.
No, I think it might be my dog. Travis. Etienne. Yeah, alien head. They said the market value right now is like $6.7 million a year. $7 million. You want to re-sign Travis for $7 million a year?
I mean, I don't know how much he makes now, so I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying that's his market value right now. It's $6.7 million.
Yeah, I mean, I would pay that.
That's cheap. Like, I think people were thinking like it was going to have to be like 13 million, 15 million, like some.
Even if it got up to like 8, I'm not mad.
Yeah, so I'm saying anything under 10.
Yeah,
anything under 10, I bring him back in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
3 years, 8.5, I do that. 3 years, 7.
Yeah,
I do that in a heartbeat, bro.
I think you
like,
do.
And you know how I feel. You know how I feel about ETN.
I think you do 3 years. 3 years, 27, and then you give them like 15 up front.
15 guaranteed.
Yeah.
Or no, 15 at signing.
Yeah, 15 at signing.
And then that leaves them with 12. And you say another 5 guaranteed.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. If you give them 15 at signing, and then another 5 is guaranteed, you're guaranteed to have 20 million out of that 27.
Yeah.
I do that, bro.
Yeah, and look, that's just a 3-year deal. You fuck around and stay healthy through that bitch, because like that's a risk, bro. It's running back, bro, and you done been hurt.
Yeah,
but that's not a bad one. And if you stay healthy, then we can do another one of these bitches.
Yeah,
and you'll be happy as hell to sign the same type of deal.
Yeah, and the fact that you don't have to move.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like you get to stay home. Yeah, bro. I think with that price tag, I don't know. I'm not saying I know that the regime's going to do it, but I feel like the regime's got to look at that. You have to, because again, like the running back market now this regime may say, hey, we like Bashal, we like LeQuint.
Yeah,
you know, we got some practice squad depth that we kind of fought with, and you know, let's see what we can do in the draft again. Because I'll be honest, they hit running back in draft.
Yeah.
But I feel like what allowed them to hit was ETN going off the way he did this year. I think that's what really allowed them boys to hit, because now you didn't actually have to ask them to do anything extra. You know, you got to ease Bashal in, and Bashal got hurt. He got hurt. He got timid. He got timid at one point. Cohen like low key called him out to the media. He's like, yeah, I had a talk with Bashal, and told him he keeps running, covering up the ball. He's like, hey man, Be creative.
Yeah.
Run free. Stop doing like when you get in traffic, cover up the ball. But other than that, like you're stymieing your creativity as a runner.
Yeah.
When you're playing timid, like bro, go like he told Trevor, let it rip. He basically told the media that that's what he told Bashal, the running back equivalent of let it rip.
Yeah.
Just run, I guess, is the
be compact when you're in the hole. Be compact, but when you get out open field, you gotta extend. You gotta go, because that's where when you start. And now you freer. You know what I'm saying? Because look, you see how like even like with Josh Allen, you see how Josh Allen like when he's running around, like he could be creative because he's now it is bad ball security, but he's also a quarterback, and you're kind of just flailing around like that. That's not what I mean for Bashal, but like you got through the traffic. Now kick it and go. Just kick it and go.
Yeah. No, I like that. Daryl, I don't like what you just said. I wouldn't even want to think of that. I wouldn't even want to think of that. ETN in a Houston jersey? Oh my God. That'd be horrible, bro. Flareon says Parker Washington is getting a contract next as well. I mean, so Parker is going into year 3?
Yeah, him and Strange year 3.
Yeah, him and Strange year 3. No. Because Brenton was here for 2 years with. So they're going into year 4, I think. Because they came in with Anton. So Anton was drafted in 23, 24, 25. Yeah, they're going in year 4. So, yeah, they'll all be up. Yeah. Brenton, Parker, Anton. You know, I honestly think, and this is going to have to be something we'll talk next week, but I think that probably the most important free agent signing, like re-signing, is not actually this year. I think it's next year because of the people I just said. Like, if you don't get deals done, like, okay, Trayvon's on his 5th-year option this year.
Yeah.
This coming season. So if you don't get something done during this offseason, are you gonna pay Trayvon, Parker, Britton, Anton? Who else? Who else is in that pool of guys? I had to look, bro, but I think there's a lot more from what we saw this year, impactful guys that are coming up on contracts. And the reality is we probably, unless we don't do certain things this year and sign some of those guys this year, I think we're going to be in the same boat next year where we're not going to be able to keep all those guys. And I think Anton, I think this was, since Anton's rookie year, I think this was Anton's best year. And I'd like to see him have carryover to next season. And then, you know, obviously this was Brenton's best year. This was Parker's best year. I don't know, man. I obviously we got to see the carryover, but we can't wait till the last minute. So I'm curious of what the regime's going to do. But bro, I'm gonna get up off here, man.
Yes.
I appreciate you. You still doing this, even though we were starting late, bro. But
hey,
bro, you got anything else for the people?
You are now in the mix with the man and Teal.
That's it, bro. I'm about to.
Oh, good one, Flair on Antonio Johnson. Antonio be coming up. Yeah, bro, we got a lot of people that'll be due here soon.
Hey, but that's what the draft is for. Nigel Pons.
We're gonna talk about it next week. I don't want to get into that right now. But hey, with that said, that is your host, Agent J, and thank y'all for rocking with your boy J to the I to the M-B-O. And we are out of here.